Apple just unveiled a new Series 6 Apple Watch, and they also gave us another Apple Watch to play with, the new Apple Watch SE, a more affordable option. That, its internal specs, it's actually really impressive because it's using the previous generation, the S5 chip that was found on the Series 5. So with everything that we found out so far, which one of these Apple Watches is right for you? Let's go ahead and discuss everything about these latest generation Apple Watches. So the new changes that's confirmed, and surprisingly some of these early leaks that we've been hearing was actually correct. Yes, it does have a blood oxygen sensor that's made to measure blood saturation levels, and is also not just available in the new aluminum body blue color choice option to choose from, but there's also going to be a product red. And in my opinion, these two color combos look absolutely amazing. There's a new solo loop band, which I'm excited to get my hands on and see how that feels. And this Series 6 Apple Watch is said to be 20% faster, as this one actually has a new dual-core processor, similarly what's found on the iPhones, that Apple is saying it's going to be 20% faster than the previous generation Series 5 Apple Watch. So this new blood saturation sensor that's found on the Series 6, it's said to be super advanced because it can measure your measurement in just 15 seconds. And can also be used during the sleep mode. Whenever you fall asleep, it can also continue measuring your oxygen level even during your bedtime. Even the LTPO hardware that was found on the Series 5, the always on display hardware, on this one it's said to be 2 times brighter, which is actually really impressive because on the Series 5 Apple Watch, it's always on display. To me, was already really good enough. Having it 2 times brighter, I'm really curious to see how that side-by-side comparison is going to look like as soon as we get our hands on the Series 6. And then in addition to that, if you always like buying the Nike version of the Apple Watch, the Series 6, this Series 6 is going to come included with an additional Nike watch face. It still is unconfirmed if this will also be available for the Series 4 and the Series 5, as they both share the same, very similar display size screen. And other internal upgrades is it's also going to receive a new improved altimeter to give you a better, more accurate reading whenever you're going on a hike. So, is the Series 6 worth upgrading? Well, before we make that consideration, let me just highlight some of the things about the new Apple Watch SE and why I think that one might be a better upgrade to some. So as I previously stated, its internal hardware isn't that bad. It's using an S5 chipset, which is what my Series 5 has. So that means it's gonna have a built-in compass, no ECG unfortunately, but it will have the other important hardware like the heart rate monitoring, and most importantly, the fall detection. Impressively enough, there's also going to be a cellular version available of even this affordable version Apple Watch SE. And the fact that it's also using the Series 4 body design means the current accessories that's available on the market is also compatible on this newest Apple Watch SE. So since it's using that chipset, yes, of course, it's going to be running the latest watchOS firmware, which is watchOS 7, which has a lot of new additional goodies like those newly discussed about Apple Watch faces that's coming out to the Apple Watch very soon, like the Memoji face, the new cool looking GMT watch faces, and etc. But taking consideration that this watch will start at $279, that is really impressive. So if you are using a Series 0 or a Series 2 Apple Watch, you can't go wrong if you decide to upgrade to the Apple Watch SE or the new Series 6. In my opinion, if you own those Apple Watches, it's about time you upgrade your smartwatch. Now, if you were on the Series 3 Apple Watch, me personally, I would possibly consider getting either the SE or the Series 6 because you really want to take advantage of watchOS 7. Because I have the Series 3 Apple Watch and the performance is good and all, but there's times that it takes so long to load certain things that it just ruins the whole Apple Watch experience for me. Now, if you own the Series 4 Apple Watch, you're not missing out on a whole lot, especially when you take in consideration that the Series 5 and the Series 4 performs identical, as many videos have proven and shown. I've done it in this video as well. I did like a performance test. There's really no loss in performance, especially on the new watchOS 7 firmware. So you'll be perfectly fine if you continue using your current Apple Watch. But the Series 6 blood saturation sensor and those color options are really tempting And the same can be said about the Series 5. There's not much offered on the table to actually make you want to upgrade. So only if you're on the Series 0 or the Series 2, possibly the Series 3, I'll consider upgrading to either of these two Apple Watches. But if you're on the Series 4, 5, I think you'll be perfectly fine depending on your situation. So depending on your situation, you'll be perfectly fine with that current Apple Watch. Now, with that being said, yes, since the Apple Watch is now available in that cool looking blue color option, you know what that means? That the Pro iPhone version, the iPhone 12 or whatever Apple ends up calling it, it's very likely it is gonna be coming out in that awesome midnight blue color choice. Now, pre-orders of the Apple Watch is available today, and the watch will become available this Friday. So right after this video, I'm gonna go ahead and pre-order that. I'm gonna get my hands on both the SE and the Series 6, and we're gonna go ahead and do an in-depth, deeper comparison against these Apple Watches and see if it's really worth upgrading to one of these two Apple Watches. But besides that, yeah, surprisingly, I forgot to also mention the Series 3 is still currently available, this time at a new starting price at $199, while the more affordable modern Apple Watch, the Apple Watch SE, with that new modern design of like the Series 4, that one starts at $279. And then the latest and greatest, the Series 6, starts at $399. I'll be sure to pre-order mine to make more future content and comparisons against all the other latest Apple Watches currently available in the market, so make sure to subscribe for that. But besides that, watchOS 7 is coming out tomorrow. The official release for watchOS 7, indeed it is tomorrow, alongside iOS 14. So if your device supports it, expect an exciting update tomorrow. But besides that, if you want to find out more of what I think about the experience with watchOS 7, you can go ahead and watch this video over here. So I recently cover all my favorite features about watchOS 7. And then this video over here, that video is just a video that YouTube is recommending specifically for you. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See ya.